Same old, same old. You too. Have a Happy New Year. Yeah. Another year, more projects. So the project today is installing a remote start and replacing my front plate holder. Front plate holders from Cascadia 4x4. It's the same people that I have my solar hood. The remote start is N2 Designs. So yeah, there's the solar panel. The front plate holder is meant to replace this old rusty Amazon cheapo thing. All right, so I'm gonna try and get rid of this old $20 Amazon thing for this $120 thing. Looks like the bolts that came from the Haas are too short, but thankfully the bolts that came with the original garbage plate holder are long enough. Might work. Of course the holes aren't big enough for the bolts I already have. Why would they be? Definitely gonna need a broom for this. Probably not great for the finish, a repowder coat, but whatever, it's under multiple layers. That looks way better. Alright, that's over, so now time for the starter. I'm gonna need to get to some screws, so I need to move this out of the way. Been below freezing. I hope I don't break any clips, but right now it's only 37, so. There we go. Didn't want to pull on this too hard. You know, for a company based out of California, they have a lot of packing peanuts in here. I wouldn't think they would have packing peanuts anymore. Get this off for the ground. Like I said, I waited till it was above freezing just in case stuff would be brittle. Let's hook up this ground before I forget. This is supposed to be plug and play, but so I gotta cut one wire and I gotta splice it. There is not a lot of slack here. I need to cut some of this sheathing off and I only have a razor blade. Little by little, slow and steady. All right, that should be enough. Hopefully I got the right wire. And of course I don't have wire strippers either, so I'm gonna have to figure something out. Moment of truth. Actually, I think these wire strippers on my Leatherman might work. All right, that's done. Now I gotta hook it up and program the box. So yeah, for my particular model, I had to trim the TPMS, or the tire pressure monitoring system wire, or a wire. And I think that has something to do with making it able to use the key fob to unlock. My truck's pretty low tier. I can remote start it and pop the door and the engine won't shut off, which is actually pretty nice. Make sure all my wiring's routed so that when I get this set up, I don't have to unplug and replug it. Should be good. We'll see. So I got new mags for my pistol in the mail today. They're for my CZs, not like I don't have enough as it is already. Thing about these mags though, they're the full length 16 round capacity mags. All my CZs are compacts. So these are 15 round mags that are just a hair bit shorter. Covered in shipping oil, but when you load these into my compacts, they have a bit of a space. So normally I would have these spacers that come from CZ, or even aluminum spacers that you can also buy. Problem is, these aluminum spacers are about 30 bucks, if they're even in stock anymore. These plastic ones are about 9. I haven't seen them in stock in the typical places I get these for like the past year or so now. So these will still function fine, but ideally you would have a stop so that when you load the mags, they don't just smash into the ejector. So I was thinking how I could fill in that gap if I can't really source cheap alternatives for the original CZ ones. Then I remembered I have a 3D printer. I'm gonna only start with one to test and then see how that turns out. Then I'll print 4 more. So made it out of PET G. It looks good. I guess I'll just make 4 more. So I found a mag filler file online, and it doesn't look bad, but this should slip on like that. It sits flush, doesn't wobble, and it's good. Yeah. Well, I'll just end up going this route. There you go. 5 mags, 5 base pads. So it's midnight and I'm getting groceries, which is normal time for me because I'm night shift. But they also just opened an In-N-Out in town, so I don't have to drive 25 minutes to try out a cheap burger. That's what I'm gonna do tonight. Thank you, ma'am. You too. Possibly hot take, but In-N-Out, your fries kind of suck.
Order whenever you're ready.
Can I just have a regular curly fries? Thank you.
Okay for you.
Can I get cheeseburger, no lettuce?
You like onion?
Yes. It's 12:46, so caught it right before closing.
I'll grab those right away.
Yeah. That's some thick receipt paper.
Right here.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot.
Have a good evening. All right, got my combo. In and out, curly fries from Jack in the Box, and a Mexican Coke. Bottoms up. Hey, also got one more thing for the chair. It's a recliner add-on. They announced this recliner add-on like just December last year, and now it's out for general release. It looks pretty comfy. And of course, the instructions are good. Oh, and might have noticed the skin kept coming off, so I drilled holes and wired the clip in so it doesn't come out anymore. Because I do kind of sit and scrunch on it a lot, leaning out on it. So one of the many mods I did to this chair is, instead of the normal casters, I got these sphere casters from Amazon. I don't remember what brand these were. Ooh, that's a nice feeling fabric. Yep, definitely straightforward. Yeah, it's missing this lever over here because I don't adjust the height ever. Yeah, this is nice. I don't have to use that cooler anymore where I store my snacks as a footrest. I got something to recline with. Ah, yes. Yes. Oh, that's the life. Oh, it has a lock when you go all the way down. That is actually so nice. I mean, kind of made an awesome chair way more awesomer. You know what that means.